Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Duelyst. It's Moose in here. And in this one we are versing Abyssian. And they have quite a few wins under their belt. So this will be fun. Similar to the last one, I am going first. I'll give it an aspect for now. I have got a 2-drop ready. I've got multiple. I can chain with Primus, so that won't be so bad. Gotta remember, good luck, have fun. But yeah, this could be tough. I think I've got just over 100 wins in total, and he's got probably over 300 wins in Abyssian alone. But we're up to the challenge. Nothing's impossible. Junitsu? What's going on, boo? What's happening? Don't tell me that someone that experienced is going AFK. Get him back here. Get him back here right now. Get him back here right now. Right now. Give me something. Wow. Well, he got in. Am I lagging? I must be lagging. I must be. 2 oozes? See, to me, that was after the timer that he played those. I don't need the extra attack. I'm gonna chuck this down there instead to de-spell and then just deal some face damage. Try and find with. And if he attacks it, it'll die. So that was well played by him. 3 mana up. Interesting. Definitely interesting. I'm thinking I want to play Friendly this turn. I want to keep D-Blades in hand just in case. I'm not doing too bad for card draw. So. I might de-spell it next turn. But I wanted to place the minion, and once I've done that, I didn't have enough. The next turn I can go 3 and 2. So it would be good. not. Interesting. Ah, that was well played. I can dispel that. Ordinarily, I think it's just it's gain, so it's normally a 3/3. I think. I don't think I need Primus. +2, 5. No, still wouldn't cut it. I could use my remaining 5 to take it now, because if I dispel it, I will replace Primus. Alright, so now we have 2 dispels. So I feel a bit better about doing it this way. We'll see where it goes. So I'm pretty sure it's just going to burn 3 health. If I've calculated. 1 health. I'll just trade it out. I'm fine with that. Actually, that probably might not have been the best move, but I want to keep this for something else, just in case. Text and damage from James. See, now I'm glad I did exactly that. He's heading out of infiltrate, so swap that. But now since I didn't use it to take it out and I used my Saber Spine instead, I can use it now. Or do I want to use D-Blades, even though I'm going to stand on Shadow Keep Trial? I've got 6 health, so I'm really not fast, honestly. And summoning D-Blades might be a bit better of a move, anyway. Does it have force field? It has force field, doesn't it? It'll be a pain. It must do. If it doesn't, I don't know what happened. From minions or generals. I didn't read that right, that's fine. Okay, I can dispel, I can kill that. It's dead. So you need a spell to kill it. Which is what I didn't take into account, that's fine. A ping is not going to do anything. Sadly. I don't want that to happen. That's for damn sure. So, say we do that. Do we use the ping on that to take it out, or do we... I won't attack it. I have a Hearth Sister now, so I can line up a Warbird if he goes that way. Snow doesn't need to attack that as such. And he's got another one, which is a huge issue for me. I can't worry about that anymore. What a card to draw, honestly. What a card to draw at this point in the game. It's not a heck of a lot I can do now that he's found another one. I feel like this was very winnable. I think there is some obvious critical moments, but it might also have been in small things. I might have to take a look at it after. As I say, unless I get another chromatic cold, I have one more, I believe, and unless I get it, it's GG. I don't think it could be GG anyway. Ouch. Standing on or near friendly, yeah. So he's got a well-constructed deck around Shadow Creep tiles. No denying that. I got the aspect, but not quite what I was after. There's not really a card that can get me out of this situation. I'm just delaying. Yeah, Primus, there's nothing to use it on. So here's his lethal next turn. He even drops the Variax, even though he doesn't need it. No, I was just gonna say maybe Avalanche, but no. Well played. I can't reach to get the Warbird in. Positioning of that isn't... I can't delay one more turn. I think he's got me, so... Yeah, it happens. Back down. That was rough, that was rough. One thing I do want to check is just how I could have played it better. There's the obvious mistake of... not using the chromatic cold when I should have, because I didn't read the card right. But it happens. It happens. It shouldn't happen. I should just smarten up a little bit. But there's normal meta things that I'm still not 100% confident on. I like to go back down. Instead of placing it in front of me, I like to place it on the corner, because then it gives you the chance to take a mana tile, you move up, you place it here, you get another one. So placing in front of you, I guess there wouldn't be any difference. Just depends on where you want your minion. But for going first, I think you should go in the corner, because even if you try and move here and contest that one, well, he can just move up and place anything there, and he has that as more of a priority. Whereas if you go first, I think you should go for the top and bottom ones instead. Which is what he did there, yeah. He summoned double ooze. Which was strong, ooze is strong. And as I said, that plays into his Shadow Key play. His deck had a lot more sort of cards that melded together with each other than I did. Maybe once I get more infiltrate cards, I can create that kind of deck that melds together a lot better. But we'll get there one day. And just with my deck that I sort of run, what I tend to do is just get minion advantage as much as I can. And try and put him on the back foot, even if it costs damage to my general. So what I might need to do is, given that I go for trades with my general a lot more, I might need to get some heals, just while I keep running this deck. Just some healing mystics. I know I definitely have the card. I just need to figure out what I move around or take out to make room for it. So we'll see how we go with that. But he made some really smart plays. So I don't think that was that costly. I don't know if it did too much, or whether I should have just chromatic colored it right then and there. Double the damage. So yeah, and that actually did wind up killing the Ghost Wolf, I think, because it dealt 2 damage instead of 1. But if I chromatic colored it, I wouldn't even summon the friendly, because I wouldn't have enough mana. So maybe it's just a moot point, I don't know. But that's the only consequence. Like, the only thing I lost to that effect was the friendly that I summoned instead of chromatic colored. So I know it's a bit of a loop. I don't think it really matters. So you hit it, you pinged it. And he summons his first Juggernaut. A strong 4-drop. And this is where I was at a crossroads. I know I wanted to de-spell it. But, oh jeez, it's gonna go. A question I would ask is, what would you do here? Would you chromatic call it again? I know, just without any knowledge, like I know the other minion is coming, because I've already been through the game, but would you try and take it out now? And have 2 minions up, or get rid of a minion? Would you use your spell, Chromatic Cold, to take it out, or would you use your minion, your rush minion, to take it out? That's what I'm curious about. Unfortunately, I didn't have my Warbird. I didn't get Hearth Sister till later in the game, so I wish it was an option, but not quite. In fact, that would have been perfect. A Hearth Sister right now would have been mint. But didn't quite work. I go for the minion trade. Just because I was thinking, oh yeah, so eventually he's going to summon another Juggernaut. If he's running at least 3 in the deck, I want to save it. He summons this. This is the major misplay that I just didn't read the card right. It doesn't take any damage from minions either. Or minion effects, opening gambits, or anything like that. Which is super unfortunate, but it happens. And then I just keep going without thinking. But I only had 6 mana, so once I played that and it didn't work, I knew I couldn't take it out his turn, so... That's a strong card though. Quartermaster Gorge. I'll have a look at that card after, but... Now I go for what I should have done last turn. I aspect. This is another thing. I aspect, I blood tier. And I take that out. I wasn't sure if I should have blood tiered that instead and then taken a little bit extra damage, but got rid of that. I don't think it really matters if he had buffs or anything. Actually, I think that was the better play, because given that I'm anticipating more Juggernauts, that was a minion that summoned the Shadow Creep tiles. So I think I made the right play to take it out early, so it wouldn't have been as high. In other situations it would have mattered, but when he summoned it due to other things that are going to happen, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, he's got some more coming, it was 11-11. So it didn't matter too much, but other situations it might have made a difference. Yeah. Now he's got 1, 2, 4, 8 up. And he summons it, does he? Yeah, so he summons it, yeah. And it's basically GG at that point. I just run away and delay as much as I can. Oh, I tend to, just something I've been thinking, what I tend to do is deal high damage to the general. I'm sort of just want to be super in your face and all that. What didn't really work was these. They're not the end of the world, but they're difficult to stand on. There's just sort of something you don't want to do. So that limited my minion placement at the very least. I can't pinpoint exactly when he slipped past, but that's something I need to, because these allowed him to slip past. I didn't want to place a minion onto these, and so I couldn't block him in to keep in the infiltrate space. That would have benefited me more. And I don't, he's on 13, I get him to 11. I don't think there's a point where I could have done 11 damage to him in total, because he traded out my minions pretty well as well. Something that comes to mind is when I play, like at the very first turn, I placed this there, second turn. Instead of going for that, I could have moved up and dealt some face damage. But that's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. And I don't know how that would have played out, doing that but not having the extra mana. It could have changed lots of things, but it's something to think about at the very least, I guess. And this is just me running away. Running away. Unfortunate card draw. I mean, I could have stuck it if I got my extra chromatic coal. I could have stuck over here and not let me get that momentum, but he had it. Also, no blaze hounds. Haven't had a blaze hound for the extra card draw in a fair bit, which was also unfortunate. Anyway. That'll do it for this episode, guys. Sorry if it was sort of dragged on, but it is something I want to start doing a lot more of. Whether that's going to be very interesting for you guys, it's just something I want to do. I want to view my matches, get some ideas about how I can improve on each match, you know, better deck tweakings that I can make that could have made a difference. Whether that's something I just do in my own time, or I had the idea of just putting it out there in an episode, and to get your feedback as well on what you think I could do and what improvements I can make. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. If you like, leave a like and some comments down below on what I just talked about if you feel like it. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.